Okay, welcome to this very special episode of the UK Film Review podcast and filmmaker interview. I am joined by the writer and two stars of the upcoming comedy Sattar. We've got Cairo and Ibrahim. How are you guys? How are you doing?
Hey man, Chris, great to be here.
Uh,
Hi, Chris.
you both look very comfortable, way more comfortable than I am right now. Cairo, where are you right now?
I'm in Riyadh. I'm in my office right now. Now, yeah, I just reached to Riyadh after the great premiere in London. It was awesome, and sadly, I'm going tomorrow to Berlin for Berlin Film Festival.
Oh, fantastic, exciting. Ibrahim, where are you?
I'm in Riyadh also,
Okay.
but I'm here for a shoot. But I'm really happy to be in Riyadh. I live in Khobar, which is really close from here. But I'm enjoying the nice vibes in Riyadh now. Going out to the boulevard today, having fun after I finish my shoot.
Yeah, do your work first, by the way, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I gotta work for it.
So, as you mentioned, you guys were over in London recently because your film, Satire, is going to be showing in 10 UK cinemas, Odeon cinemas, I believe, across the country. Um, as the writer, Kara, do you want to give our listeners and viewers kind of like the summary of the film? Like, what's the film about?
Yeah, so the film is about it's a very basic film. It's a very entertaining family-based film. Whereas the based on as a writing, it's based on a hero journey, while the star Saad, which has been played by Ibrahim Al Hajjaj, he's living like with his grandfather for the whole time. And our generation, like we're talking, if you are around the 80s, all the grandfathers would love to see wrestling, and they love wrestling. Like it's like Tuesday night is the night. Nobody can walk, nobody can talk. It's Hulk Hogan playing. Everybody shut up. So it's maybe all the 80s boys would understand what does it mean to the grandfathers. So sad living with his grandfather. And as you can see in the montage at the beginning, it's this is the whole entertainment they have. If you have only two options, either the cage or the another battle in WWE. So yeah, he lives with his grandfather, and we can see a linear story that he's getting married, and all the young people need to collect their money and get the apartment, blah blah blah. Out of a sudden, WWE, oh, EEW, I created, they came to Saudi Arabia to audition a wrestler, which is a true story, by the way. In Saudi Arabia back in 2018, they came and they auditioned five wrestlers from Saudi Arabia. So I took that story in consideration. That what's gonna happen if we have a real wrestling in Saudi Arabia? Just not having the real WWE with their characters. What about our characters? So the story goes on. He didn't make it for EEW. He went to another underground wrestling, which is not true. It's a fiction thing. Using Ali Hogan, the one he just casted him out of his biggest failure in the EEW audition, and it goes very wrong underground. It goes very wrong till he reached to a point that I'm here only for. I thought I'm here only for the wrestling, but you are the only one who believes in me, encourage me, help me, stand for me. All that small manner messages that gives the viewership that they don't give up. Whatever was the topic, it's wrestling, it's soccer, it's modeling, it's whatever. Just don't give up. Try, and you will reach your point.
That's an amazing summary, by the way. And yeah, you've picked up a few things I wanted to chat to you guys about in terms because I've seen the film as well, and I thought it was really funny, really enjoyed it, and I loved the throwback to wrestling because I think wrestling is something that's synonymous with childhood. I think everyone kind of goes through a period where whether it's wrestlers or superheroes or other people, that there's something that you want to aspire to be. And I think we see that with this character, that he's in his 30s and about to get married, on the cusp of, I guess, cutting off from your dreams. I say that as a very happily married man, by the way. That it is very much, you're going into the new chapter. You know, I think there's that, you're on the precipice of a new you, that he explores this avenue that was always there for him, that he wanted to be. And is that kind of the story, how it originated for you, Kyra? Is that how you wanted it to come across, or was there another origin to why you wanted to tell this story?
No, that's exactly it is. Why did I choose the WWE is not the or the wrestling is not the major thing for me. It was for me finding the story itself of having this journey, because when I started this film, I want to start a commercial film first. In Saudi Arabia, we didn't have a commercial film. All the films that we have, it's so artistic. Let's go to the festivals. They speak different language than the commercial, as we know. So I thought that it's the time to have everyone just to go to the cinema to have fun, without just making the thinking hard about this story, about that story. I mean this, but I shot that. No. I want to be very clear. I want to entertain people, because when I look at it from a business perspective, let's say, who is the top 5 in Saudi Arabia? 3 of them, I mean, the whole time cinema, 3 of them is Egyptian. And I looked at Egyptian films. Most of them, they're okay. They're a cool story, just a family story. While you finish the popcorn, you will be done laughing, enjoying, and everything. So why did I choose that story? I thought it's funnier. Why exactly wrestling? Because I want to show something in the country. I want to show music, because in the top 3 films, in the top 5, they all demand on music, but they don't do it in purpose. They don't do it across the story. They just do it as it is. They just have fun, and they just do a random song, and they just throw it. That's the first teaser. The second thing, they drop the trailer. So I was like, if we have a Saudi wrestling and every character has his own intro, and every character coming from another background, so I'm gonna have a cool story with a comedy story with a musical as well to the ear, to show everyone how's the demographic of Saudi, how's the demographic of people, what are these characters, what happens if these characters be this or that. So yeah, that's the main thing. And on top of that, I love wrestling. That's why.
I'm glad you said that too. And yeah, the eclectic characters and their intros and the costumes and stuff is so much fun. Like you say, you wanted to make a fun film, and it is really fun. It's something that people can enjoy from all angles, I think. And obviously the main character, Saad, Ibrahim, you played this character. How did you come to be involved with the film? Like where did you get involved, and why did you want to play this character?
Hello. Yeah, it was a long story, honestly, but I'm gonna try to put it short. I've been doing this for 8 to 9 years, doing acting and comedy and stand up, and I've received so many pitches of films, feature films, but I was always afraid to do a cinema film, a feature film, like a movie ticket film. And I've received a lot of offers, but decided to turn them down. Not because I'm playing the Class A superstar, but because I think in cinema, your first reaction might be your last reaction. Impression, sorry, your first impression might be your last impression. So when Ibrahim Khairuk gave me a call, he was like, "Look, we need to talk today." So I was like, "What's happening?" He's like, "We need to talk today." So we hopped up on a Zoom call. I was in my office. And he explained the idea for me, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. And I said, yes. We didn't even talk money. I just, I fell in love. I fell in love with the character.
Man, don't forget the t-shirt.
Anyway, I was wearing the Undertaker t-shirt that day. And he was like, it's something around your t-shirt. I thought he wants the t-shirt. I don't know what he wants. and he refused to tell me on the phone call. But I think Saad is a character a lot of people can relate to, because a lot of non-wrestling fans attended the film and they just found his story touching, because it's simply Saad is a guy trying to achieve his dream. You know what I mean? And you're seeing his story from zero to hero. You're seeing the obstacles he's facing, and most of us live this. Like 99% live this. We try to achieve our dreams, but we tend to face a lot of obstacles. And in Saad's case, his body is not fit for wrestling. He's not well trained. He has a lot of obstacles that people found amusing to see him try to challenge it. Me as an actor, I had a lot of obstacles doing this role, because I needed a lot of training for wrestling. So I did 2 months with the Saudi wrestling crew. They're called Saudi Pro Wrestling, SPW. Really cool guys. So I did training with them for 2.5 months. I was slow the first month, really slow. If Guinness World Book Records were there, I would be the slowest wrestler in the world. Really slow. And they worked on that. And you saw the film. I look pro. Thanks to the producer for that.
100%.
But yeah, I enjoyed playing Sad.
It's a really fun character, and I think because obviously he's coming from being untrained to being, not to give it away, but it's a sports film, so I think people will know kind of where it's going. That he gets better. That journey is really like sensational to watch. I think you do really well to convey that, because you did look pro, at times. What was the shoot like? Because there's a lot of scenes where I can imagine it being difficult to film in terms of it, especially when you've got a ring, because you're gonna okay, well, angle wise, how are we gonna film this? What was that like, guys?
Let's start with you, Khairo.
Right. We've got like 9 days. We booked a hangar to build all the underground scene over there. The ring, the studio, the Doberman office, and all these crowd around it. And you want me to talk technical about it, Chris?
Well, yeah, just anything that was sort of challenging or that you found that you had to overcome.
Right, you see, we shot it 7 times, each shot. Wow. The first shot is from the wide angle, and then we go just deeper and deeper and deeper. And we have to repeat it because we did the matches. I'm going to show this in a very, very long documentary, and after we done from the cinema. It's like a choreography. It's like a dance. So we have to repeat the dance again and again and again and again. And every time, if you remember part of the film, the last man standing match.
Yep.
When I throw the guy from all over the corner, this guy actually told me, "You've got 6 times." I was like, okay. He's like, 6 times, no more today. So yeah, the thing is, we were scared about the working hours because you cannot cross the 12-hour a day. Otherwise, it's going to be costing money. The people will get tired. The crew will get tired. All the crew, this is new to them. This is an action comedy film. There is no action film in Saudi at all. And thanks God we've got the SPW people that they are very pro, by the way. I've got this crew. I found them. They have an underground wrestling in Saudi, but it's not like what we show. It's a proper Saudi wrestling. They are very excited. They're very happy that this will give them the light. They have a monthly show where 300 people only attend, but they're loving wrestling. Mm-hmm. Check them out. They got an account on Instagram. They show their stuff. So by their help and by the training that we did before, we've been training for 4 months, 2 months alone and 2 months with the star. We got it. With a great preparation, you got the nice shot. Thanks God, we didn't extend any day shoots. We got all the shots we want. So yeah, I explained. So 2 cameras from the top, taking the wide choreography, dance, and then we go closer and closer and closer and closer, 7 times each shot. So if you saw Saad doing his move, Sattar once, trust me, he did it minimum of seven times.
Every time he comes close, every time my body aches me more.
There's some good moves in there, for Saad. He gets to really lay down some heavy moves. How was that for you? Was that must have been a dream come true, right? Putting people into those wrestling moves.
Wallahi, I enjoyed it to the max. I think Sattar for me, if I wasn't even playing Saad, if I was just a guy sitting in the cinema watching this film, I super enjoyed it, even if I wasn't playing the main role. Because I think what makes Sattar special, it really shows how we are, There's Saudi is full of tradition, full of culture, full of different genres of music. Like even the wrestlers you saw come in with these different characters, different theme songs. It's like only 5% of what Saudi has of so many different colors of people, of music, of tradition. So even when Khair was pitching me the idea, when we were on the Zoom, I swear to God, I did not even feel it was an hour and a half. Like I was shocked. It's really well written. It's a fun film, and I think that's what was dragging me into just do the bomb, fall on the ring, do the moves, feel the pain. Because one of the first things I've learned in these wrestling classes, like the guy Naif was telling me, look, we don't have tricks. There's no sponge on the ring. You just need to learn how to take the pain. Just need to know how to fall right, know how to not hurt yourself, and just take the bomb, take the hit. You're a man. So I think that's what was dragging me. I think I really believed in the project since day one. And alhamdulillah, look at us today. We have a UK premiere in London, mate. We're having our film in London, mate. And it's super fun,
It's a lot of fun. I mean, I just wanted to pick out one of my favorite scenes for you guys, which it's a very small moment, but you're just about to start a match, and the ref, I think you're arguing with the ref, and the ref just says to your character, says, "Your outfit is horrible," and then he just carries on with the scene. That just made me burst out laughing. I thought it was such a genius line because it was unnecessary, like for him to say it, but he did, and I just thought, oh, I loved it. What has the reaction been like? Because that made me really laugh. Like, how's the reaction been when you've shown this?
It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. I'm really happy, thankful to God, thankful to all the people that have been showing this massive support to the film. Twitter is exploding, Instagram is exploding everywhere. Khairo will tell you where we are exactly now at the film when it comes to ratings and admissions and all this number talk. But for me, as Ibrahim, as an actor, I know a project I've done is working really well when people forget the last character I did I don't get recognized as much from that character. So since the movie has been showing, wherever I go, like even in small places, I get Sattar all over, and I think that's how because if you do a role called A and it explodes and people be like, oh, he's that guy who played A, I loved A, and then you do B and people start calling you B, you're like, oh, it's B, I love B. What do you want to, That's how I think a project works. So wherever I go, man, it's overwhelming. I'm enjoying it. Khairo will tell you numbers and admissions. Alhamdulillah, we're breaking history here. Go ahead, Khairo. Throw the bomb, man.
Yeah, just before that, when I wrote the film, me and the group, by the way, it's not only me wrote it. I've got like 3 from Saudi, Noura, Osama, Wa'il, and 1 from Egypt, Zayman Wattar. When we wrote the film, the first thing that I told them, guys, I don't want to write like a film for only boys, for wrestlers only. I want it to be like a theme and to be wrestling, but I want to talk about some stuff that other movies that they didn't talk about. For example, if you remember the conversation in the apartment between the future wife and husband, In the Saudi films, they don't talk about this. What I call it is the forgetting romantic. The fat people got another romantic than other people. They got romantic by food, and they're talking about the sharing their garlic and mustard and ketchup and this type of romantic they don't tackle. They just go. I'm sorry for the other films and series. They go too romantic. We're not like that. We're not just a human being. Just be normal. We can just flirt about anything else, not than the eyes, the look, the smell, the body, the face. No. We can flirt in another way. We can talk normal. We're normal people. That's the first thing that I wanted to show. Although the love story is a linear story, is not a main story, but I insist to have it to have all the family there, not only the action people wanted to see or the fight or the underground or the whatever happening in the wrestling. No. I want another story that can gather everyone. That's the first thing that I'm really proud of that happened. And I told you why it's happening, because I see families supporting, families taking their kids. And family, I saw a teacher called us on Twitter that she wrote something and showed us a picture that she gathered all the students there to watch the film together. That's for me was the success. It's not only an out for a family, it's an out for a school, it's an out for boys, it's out for girls, it's out for dates, it's out for everyone. That's the real success. Talking about numbers, today we reach number 6 of all time in Saudi, where we're about to reach number 5. We're 20,000 admission away from being number 5. So my first film being in the top 5 of the Saudi films, that's a big achievement. The other achievement is the film start traveling. We covered Gulf, now we are in the UK. I don't know we're going where, but there is some talk that we're going to the States, Australia, blah, blah. It's nothing official. So yeah, I'm grateful.
Congratulations,
yeah. Top 10.
A fantastic film. And it's, like you say, I think the universality of the story, because you included that family home life, when he's going with his mother-in-law to look at the property and things like that, I think it's needed. You have that well-rounded story, and obviously it's proving to be very, very popular. So yeah, congratulations, guys. Any plans for a sequel?
I hate sequels, to be honest. But
yeah, if you're in the top 5 of all films, yeah, you're gonna have to make it.
Yeah,
my partners, everyone, even I will tell you a funny story. Before we had cinema, and we premiered in Jeddah Film Festival, or Red Sea Film Festival. I'm sorry, we premiered in Red Sea Film Festival. The day after the premiere, Ibrahim, this fat boy, he called. He said, "Hey, Hero, I had a dream yesterday." I was like, "What?" He's like, "We're gonna be big. And season 2, I'm gonna fight with the real wrestlers. Huh? We're gonna bring WWE. I'm gonna go to the States and it's gonna be big." This was the dream. I was like, "Hey, shut up. Just chill. That's don't equal, please. It's not the right time." For me, I don't like sequels. I like maybe to have the same group with another story. But if there is a sequel with another story well written, I will reconsider. Yeah.
Wow, keeping all up crossed.
Yeah, but if we're doing a sequel, you're gonna need to get 9 stunts. I'm done with my back. My back is done.
You get you a double, I think, this time. You have your own stunt double.
Yeah.
He said Tom Cruise doesn't have a double. I don't want the double. Like,
doesn't like sequels, doesn't like doubles. You're in trouble. You're in real trouble. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you about the film. And I just want to say another massive congratulations, because not only did I love the film, hearing about its success just sort of confirms that it is the great film I thought it was. best wishes with your next project, whether that be the sequel or whether it be other things. But yeah, do keep in touch. It's been a pleasure to talk to you both.
Thank you so much, Chris. It's been an honor to be in your lovely podcast. Really enjoyed it to the max. Hope you have a great day in London, mate. Wherever you are. Take care.
Very much. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.